segment of this session. And what we're going to do is, first of all, welcome some of our colleagues who are joining us online today. We want to make sure that we engage and we capture as many residents as possible. So we can see the wonderful Anna online. Hello, Anna. Do we actually have anybody online today?
Not yet, but it's just turned 7:30, so people might come in between now and the next 10 minutes.
Fantastic. So Anna, we're going to start the session off. So if anybody does join, if you could just let us know, that would be wonderful. Do you know what? Today, there's so much energy around the room. There's such a buzz. How are you all feeling? Are you all feeling energized still? Yeah? Are you feeling energized? Fantastic. Lovely, lovely. Okay, so this next section, it's an open floor. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask community groups, residents, if they've got any particular questions specifically related to people-powered places. Okay, so I'm going to ask actually one of our working group members, first of all, if you're just to tell how you felt today and give us a bit of overview of your experience today. So yeah, Mark, if you can come to the front. Let's give Mark a round of applause. Thanks, Mark.
Hi, everyone. So first of all, I said before that People Power Places is a fantastic opportunity for Newham. I think looking around, as Saeed said, the energized people, the fantastic projects that are all community-driven and done by people in the community. So it's a real fantastic opportunity. So a few words about the working group itself. I think it's an honor and a privilege to be involved. So I've met some wonderful people alongside me in that working group. And I think one of the things that was apparent to me was when they were up here before speaking through why they wanted to get involved, every single person said the same thing. They said because they wanted to give back and they wanted to make an impact on the local area, which is wonderful. And that's what I see it as. And that's why I joined. I saw it as an opportunity to get involved, to give back. And ultimately, we've gone through this process. We've gone through the selection and the shortlisting. And now we're at the really exciting bit where we're at the point where the project's moving into delivery. So it's exciting because we will see the local community change for the better. So, well done to the projects. They're the real superstars. Well done to everyone who's come here. I just want to end on a final note. If you are thinking about joining the working group, it's a great experience. It's lovely, welcoming people, fantastically run by Newham, so well done them as well. I'd wholeheartedly recommend the experience to all of you. Thank you.
That was amazing, Mike. Thank you very much. What an advocate for a working group member. Brilliant. Okay, that was amazing, and thank you for setting the scene there. So now we're going to ask, does anybody have any questions or project leads? If you just raise your hands, don't all jump at once. Yeah, go ahead, sir. Do we have a mic?
Yeah, so again, thank you ever so much for organizing that. My question's around over the years, the PPP program has been really amazing, has made a massive, massive positive change in Plaistow. My question is, can you just confirm this program would continue after this cycle? Or, if you just give me some answer or response, that would be great.
Great, thank you very much. Right, I love that question. So I'm actually going to roll this question over to Alid. Okay.
Optimistically, I think it's going to, because regardless of what you hear in the newspapers and about council cuts, the way PPP is funded is very different from other council services, because the money, as I had said, comes from what's called a community infrastructure levy. This is effectively a tax which any developer who develops in the borough needs to legally pay the council. So that money is set aside in order for infrastructure and other things, but a section of it needs to be set aside for community benefit. And there is a report, I think, in a few months going forward to take this to the next phase, to get the finance for a next phase of bidding next year, which is going to go to Cabinet. And after what I've seen here today, I am extremely optimistic. This adds so much value to local communities. This empowers local and strengthens local communities. Then I don't really have a doubt that this will be accepted, be taken forward for the next year, because this is, I would say, the jewel in the crown for the Newham Council. And because this is resident-led and this empowers residents, and I've seen the impact of it. So optimistically, yes, it should carry on for next year. It needs a Cabinet report, but don't connect it with council cuts. It's got nothing to do with council cuts. The money will be there, and this will be paid by developers. Hopefully, that clarifies the question. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for that, Aled. So just to add on to that, this program has actually been running since 2018, and we're now in 2024. So, you know, some of the feedback you've given about how it's grown from strength to strength. So, yeah, let's see what happens next year. Okay, so someone mentioned to me that they would like to say a few words. Was it from Kerwin? Darcy. So where's Darcy? Oh, wow. Okay, let's give Darcy a round of applause. Hello, young man. Okay, I'm going to give the mic to Darcy. There we go.
Hi, my name is Darcy. I'm from Curran Primary School. I'm a school counsellor. I go to Curran Primary School and I've taken part in the bike club. It has helped me build my confidence in riding, and it is a lot of fun. Also, for those observing, I wish you and your loved ones a blessed and peaceful Eid. Eid Mubarak, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone. Wow, what a confident young lad. And what an advocate for Kerwin. So thank you very much for that. That's wonderful. Okay, so any more questions from around the room or any comments? Well, I'm going to pick on some of our project leads otherwise. True ambassadors. Can we get a mic to true ambassadors?
Good evening, everyone. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that voted for our project. And since we started in April, we're going from strength to strength. And I want to thank everyone that comes to support us. And the project is going well, and we're really enjoying it. And it shows that the community, the residents, they are involved and they are taking control over the project. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, true ambassadors. I'm now looking to my right, and I can see David. He's eager to ask. He's eager to.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. As usual, Plaistow is always the vibrant neighborhood. I was actually trying to tell Aled and Mohammed that yes, we have 8 neighborhoods, but there is only one real neighborhood. And which one is that? Plaistow. Remember, Plaistow and Manor Park actually started the pilot for the neighborhoods. And because we did excellently well under the leadership of Said, that was why the council eventually thought that this was a good idea. It was rolled out to the whole of Newham. And that's why every neighborhood is doing what we're doing now. Secondly, I want to thank you for voting our project, the Community Outdoor Wellbeing Project. It's about providing for younger people, about providing for older people, and at the same time, having some intergenerational element to it, because an older person can actually come to the park and play the table tennis with their son, with their grandson, granddaughter, whatever. And even the dance classes would not stop anyone who is young from joining in the dance classes. From Tuesday next week in Plaistow Park, you're going to see us live, both for the dance classes and for the table tennis classes. The table tennis is going on already. However, every Tuesday, we are bringing a coach to teach those who do not understand the basics of playing table tennis yet, to show them how to do it, so that they will know how to do it effectively on their own henceforth. Again, if it was raining or the weather was bad, which was an added value to our project, everyone can then come to the center on that same Tuesday to either do the dance classes or to do the table tennis classes, because we have our own table tennis board at the center. We actually have two. So that way there's not going to be any break throughout the year for the two classes. So thank you very much for voting for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, David. Very kind words. Okay, just to go on the line, Anna, has anybody joined us online?
Yes, we have Ruth here with us.
And do we have a question?
Not that I know of.
No problem. If any questions come through, if you just let us know, that will be wonderful.
Do.
Okay, so, we've got a lady at the front here.
I have been attending the center because I'm nearly retired. And I didn't realize there was so much happening in Newham, because I was seeking for something to do, for activities, to join groups and things. And now I'm overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that's happening. However, what I notice is that they seem to clash with each other. There's so much I want to do, but I find myself, it's a clash, so you can't really attend as much as you would like to. So is it a way that you all can really work together and make sure the sessions don't clash with each other? Because on Tuesday, we are at the Newham Leisure, and from there we go to Plaistow Community Center. But then this is happening in the park now, and I would really like to be part of it. So it's all clashing. It's a lot of good ideas and good activities, but the time, it's not working for me at all.
Great. Wow, look at that. We've got, David, you've got competition. True ambassadors, you've got competition as well. No, that's a very fair comment. But obviously, when these programs are put on, they're scheduled by the availability of the organization or the group that are delivering it. So we'll take that on board. We'll have a conversation. So brilliant. Thank you very much for that. Who can say that Newham doesn't deliver or support its residents? People saying, what you're saying is there's too much going on. That's brilliant. That's fantastic. You've got your thank you councillors and the mayor and your cabinet leads for that. Okay, so do you have any other? It's a positive thing, yeah. Well, you need a day to yourself, yeah. Wow. That was a really positive comment. Come on. Okay, I'm going to take a few more questions, if that's okay. Then I'm going to ask Aled just to give a few closing remarks. Oh, we've got a lady down here in the corner.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Hilary. I've been in the borough well over 30 years, and today's my first time coming here and to find out all the things there is going on. I think it needs to be publicised much, much more, because until my neighbour, recent neighbours told me about this, I knew nothing. And I've been looking outside the borough for things to do. So it's a big eye-opener.
Great. So I think that says a lot of things. So in terms of how we're communicating, how we're getting the message, but in terms of promotion, I think you as residents are the key people. Your neighbour, your friend has given you information about that. So let's get the word out, and where you've got some ideas and suggestions, please do feed it through to us in the library and the community centres, and we'll take that on board. Thank you very much. Brilliant. So the library's worked. We're also using social media as well. So not everybody uses social media, but that's another avenue. We've got the billboards, we've got the newsletters. But if there's other ways, please do let us know, and we'll definitely take that on board. We've got Martin at the front here. Sorry, I'll come back. After.
Hi, good evening. I'm a North Plaistow boy, and I wanted to put a question to the policymakers or the program designers. For a future year, can you consider a pilot where you define a community or the perimeter of a project across the whole of Newham for particular types of people, rather than just a local community, you know, like Plaistow North and Plaistow South? Because I understand the projects are voted for by a local constituency, so to speak. Let me give you two examples of the problem I'm trying to address. I do two bits of voluntary work. One relates to encouraging home heritage language learning by the young people. We speak 100 dialects and languages in Newham, which is central to being the Olympic borough and a borough of the greatest diversity, arguably, in the world, never mind just the UK. So languages are important, but the reality of people that may be learning their home heritage language is that they come from all wards in Newham, not just from one. So when it comes down to voting, nobody will vote at the local small area level, because they say, well, we can't just favor the Bangladeshis or in this ward because they're not numerous enough. On the other hand, when they come from all over Newham, it can be slightly different, but it's a different formula than the current one you have. Another example, Queen's Market in Upton Park. Queen's Market was started in 1880 due to the religious pogroms in Eastern Europe. So Queen's Market was initially started through Jewish people who congregated around Whitechapel initially and then spread up to Newham. And they started the Queen's Market, which was then a street market, in 1880 or thereabouts. The Jewish community stayed here as a dominant community for 90 years, but they started to leave in about 1970, where they went up to North London, to Golders Green, to support Spurs Football Club, and things like that. So we have very few Jewish people in Newham. But in 1970, the Asians from East Africa, following African independence, started to come here, which explained why we have so many Asians here now. So Queen's Market is now run by Asians, which is fine, you know, most of the traders are Asians. But, you know, over the last 20, 30 years, lots of Eastern Europeans have come. So we could have a project that attracts Eastern Europeans, as an example, to start to participate in the opportunities of Queen's Market. So Queen's Market becomes more diverse. So those are just two examples. I'm sorry to ramble on, but I'm somebody that where the people part praises project ideas doesn't suit the sort of projects we've been thinking about, because one ward wouldn't vote for our project. Whereas if 7 wards or 10 hubs voted, they may say, yes, that's a good idea. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much. There's a lot of information, a lot of history you've given in there. Quite a bit to unpack as well. So, did you want to have a go at that? Yep. So, Martin, thank you very much for that. So, we don't have the answer for that right now. So, what we will do, and I promise you that what we will do is take back that feedback. I've got my colleague Sadia and her team. We will take that back, and we've got councillors and other working group members. We'll take that back and consider how that's going to be addressed. But also, there will be other funding streams out there, not just People Power Places programs. There'll be other initiatives, but we'll keep you in touch with that. Is that okay? Brilliant. Thank you very much. We've got a lady at the back. Angela at the back. We'll take 2 more questions, then I'm going to ask Alid just to say a few closing remarks.
what I would like to say, there's 7 days in a week, and we need to spread out the activities over all the other days apart from Tuesdays. Tuesday seems to have so many activities, and if these activities could probably start after 11 a.m., please. Not I'm lazy, but I'm not one of these people who can function before 11 o'clock. So please spread it out, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, not only Tuesday. Thank you.
Fantastic. So we've got a personal plea from one of our residents here. But no, that relates to, and we'll take that feedback on board, because I think one of our residents here mentioned that as well. So thank you very much for that, Angela. Daniel, and any more after Daniel? So I'll take one more after Daniel. And no, okay, Daniel.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Daniel. I'm with Christchurch, and this is my colleague Tope. And we are the project leads for unlocking health and well-being to transform lives in Plaistow. So it's a holistic approach to well-being. I just wanted to spend about 30 seconds or a minute just to tell you what we're doing. But most importantly, we have an event coming up on this Saturday between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. On Barking Road, it's 663 Barking Road. But come and see us before you leave and sign up. There's going to be live music, because we know music is important for well-being and mental health. There's going to be free mini massages by a specialist 5-star rated massage therapist. And then we'll also have expert therapists who will be giving some tips and advice about how to look after your well-being and mental health. So it's quite a holistic approach. But just wanted to share that we all know everyone in this room, and I've gone around, is doing an amazing job. So firstly, thank you so much for everyone who voted for us. It's such a privilege and an honor for us to be able to provide this for the neighborhood and for the community in Plaistow. Mental health is really important, and I stand here because I went through a lived experience of mental health myself. I lost my dad, and that was a huge challenge for me. And so this is a testament that people can go through mental health but come out on the other side and do good for the neighborhood. So we just wanted to applaud everyone who's part of anything you're doing. There's a program over there looking at building an allotment and gardening, which is also really important for mental health. So just say thank you, but also we have a lot of other programs coming up. So do come and see us, especially for this Saturday, and sign up. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Daniel. So just before we close off, I'm going to ask Ali just to say a few words, but just from me, before I hand over to Ali, to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you here today, our working group members, our project leads, our staff members. Can I give Natasha a big round of applause? You've been doing lots of hard work, and is also a new member of the team as well, so thank you, Natasha, and obviously the wider team as well, and obviously all our guys here. So Ali, last words to you.
Okay, thank you, Syed. I think Syed and your team have been absolutely outstanding in supporting these residents in getting these schemes up and running. So we should take huge credit for that. I'm going to leave this place absolutely buzzing, because honestly, this is the most uplifting night I've had in Newham since I arrived 10 months ago. And it should... You're a testament of, if we give you the power, you just deliver. And that sometimes councils can't always do that, but you have done this. So you should be very proud of what you've done. I think we also should have Darcy back here to give a closing speech. He's far more eloquent than I am. But I would like to thank you again for spending time with us this evening, showing your amazing projects. And I sincerely hope we will have some more bids from you next year once we go through the proper protocol. But thank you so much, and you're a real credit to this council and this borough. Thank you very much.
That's great. So the evening's now come to a close. Please do fill out the evaluation forms, and we will be in touch. We'll see you back in January. Thank you, and have a safe evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.